Good morning. In Russia, where most media are either state-owned or heavily influenced by the Kremlin, the official line is that its leaders have no responsibility for the tragedy. Instead, numerous alternatives are being floated. On Monday, Russian officials suggested MH17 was brought down by a Ukrainian fighter jet flying nearby.
With what aim was a military plane flying along a civilian aviation route practically at the same time and at the same flight level as a passenger liner?
The warplane the Russians say they detected, an Su-25, is a ground attack aircraft. That's just one of the many explanations gaining currency. Hours after the news broke, Russian broadcasters questioned if it was perhaps a failed assassination attempt on Russian President Vladimir Putin.
It is claimed that the president's jet crossed paths over Warsaw at the exact same height as the doomed Boeing, now just 40 minutes later.
There was also a report from Russian state television quoting a rebel leader who said the bodies smelled as if they had been dead long before the crash. Julia Yaffe, who covers Russia for the New Republic, says that story fanned rumors that the victims were actually from MH370, the Malaysia Airlines flight that vanished over the Indian Ocean in March.
Instead, that plane was taken by the U.S. All the passengers on board were killed and drained of blood. Then it was taken to Holland, packed with explosives, and at the necessary time it blew up.
Yaffe points out that the Russian media has a notoriously cozy relationship with the Kremlin.
Once a week, all the heads of the main TV channels go to the Kremlin and meet with the media curator at the Kremlin, and they discuss how they're going to cover the news. They basically set an agenda for the coming week.
Russian outlets have followed the Kremlin's lead and pointed the finger at Ukraine. This is a decorated pilot speaking on Russia's Channel 1.
Knowing so quickly what happened, who downed the plane, and why, speaks to the fact that Ukraine downed the plane themselves, that they knew they downed the plane themselves, and now they're trying to quickly escape the situation.
One correspondent for the Russian network RT was so upset by its coverage of the Malaysia Airlines crash that she quit last week. Sarah Firth, who was based in London, accused the network of being more interested in advancing the Kremlin's narrative rather than reporting the truth.
I wonder what the Russian people are saying about the coverage. Do we have any idea what they believe or don't believe about what they're being told?
It's interesting. We were talking to Julia. One of the things she pointed out is if you look at this almost as a court case, it's as though the Russian side is setting out its sort of narrative of what happened. So in case it does go to that level, there's probable doubt.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vinita Nair.